You're gonna come out here, Fifi? You staying cozy? Oh, you're staying cozy. That's fair dues. That's okay. Good morning, Kai. Good morning, Palin. How's it going? How we do? You also staying there, Gerry? Good morning, Rob. Good morning, Arnhold. Fifi did the naughty today. Which is why I think she's being apologetic now. Good morning, Monmouth and Vinion and Saffron. How's it going? How we do? What she do? She was feeling amorous as Gerry was trying to cross over the carpet. She took advantage of the situation. Gerry's like, stop talking about it. Gee. Morning, Tritonus. Good morning, Joe. Look at they. Poor boy, I know. They moved as one. Good morning, Fish. Morning, exec. How's it going? Let me move over here. There we go. Show that good munch. A good munching. I was looking back at a clip of Gerry this morning with his little waggy tail because he was grumpy. Bless he. Good morning, Limewood and Carl. Are we moving herds? I mean, I guess if we had... What point is a herd made? Do we have, you have... How many bunnies can you have running along in a line? Good morning, Ginge. How's everyone doing? How's it going? I'm feeling very sleepy this morning. I think I had like a very active dream, but I can't really remember what it was. Morning, Zara. Good morning, Hanson. But yeah, you know when you wake up and you feel like you've been on an adventure. Is morning, Mazira. I have a very clingy cat after a trip to the cat hotel. Oh, not gonna let you get away again. We've got like a few weekends away throughout the year. It's going to be very strange leaving the bunnies. The first is in April. Then got 2 in May. Then it looks like 1 in September and 2 in October. But it's always very strange being away from the bunnies. I'm just such a worrier. Like even when... What was the thing that I went away for? Oh, for Lyme Regis. Even being away and knowing that Alex was at home, I was still like, I felt so strange just not being able to see them and talk to them all the time. Sorry, Gerry, you've got like a little elbow tuft. There we go. Morning, Ffion. Waiting for delivery of a new mattress. Ooh, fancy. Nice. Last night I struck the final... Oh, the landing on the finale of a plot I was running on an online role-playing game. I was talking to Alex yesterday... No, it's the day before. About possibly running something. I've never been a GM before. And I was thinking, oh, it could be nice to give it a go in a safe environment. They do get excited to see us. Well, they're sort of like, it depends on the situation. If we're coming home and they've stayed at home, then yes. If we go to pick them up somewhere, then they're very angry. For a few days until you're forgiven. But yeah, I was saying to Alex, like, it's something I want to do. But I guess it's just finding like the right system and the right people to do it for, where you feel like you feel comfortable, sort of thing. Because I guess, you know, it'd be nice to do something like Tales from the Loop, or maybe maybe that like Brindlewood Bay one or something, like one of the ones that's less morning Hanny, morning Tommy, less stats based, more RP sort of thing. Good morning Dave. But yeah, be nice to give it a go. Good morning, Steve. Guessing Mark would be the person to talk to. I mean, a lot of people I know have GM'd things, and I guess the thing is that everyone's going to have their own way of approaching things and how they do it and stuff. I think in a way it's probably sort of best for your first one to just go in and get it wrong, sort of thing. I think it's probably best to just get the first one out the way, and then you've got some, in the same way that like yesterday we were talking about morning Max, you know, the difference between reading board game instructions and little tails going again and just playing the game, sort of thing. Like, I think until you've done it, you're not really gonna know what to do differently, sort of thing. Do it with Gerry, Fifi and Fauna. Oh, if only we could take them all. I mean, Fauna would hate it because she doesn't like to be perceived. But maybe it'd help her come out her shell a bit. Hello. There we go. Good Fifi. How's Zoham doing? She's fine. She's just very shy. Like, occasionally if we get up to go for a wee in the night, she'll be running on her wheel, and then as soon as you walk by, you just hear the wheel stop. And then when you come back in, she'll be running on it again, but as soon as you go by, it'll stop. And she's just like, oh. She's, she was okay with me, like, reaching in, like, I reached in towards her with a sunflower seed the other day, and she was okay, like, watching it, but she wouldn't come and take it from my hand at all. So she's sort of getting better, because before she would just like run and hide if we so much as turned on the light, sort of thing. So she's getting a little bit braver, but still just a little baby. Good morning, Cylinder. Good morning, Swan. This is not the fossil stream. The fossil stream will be at 2 GMT. Is it soon to be BST? Yeah, I'll be doing that, but I will do it downstairs. But for now, it is bunnies. It is bunnies. I love Tom's way of DMing of Mystery Quest. You can tell what happens next, and if the book says it's wrong, the book's wrong. Yeah, I mean, I guess it, like, it depends how... I mean, I could understand how, like, 'cause obviously he's very experienced, whereas... I guess maybe if it's your first time doing it, maybe you'd want to, you know, have the guidance of the text a bit more, sort of thing. But yeah, I guess it's just a case of picking a system and studying it and trying to be as prepared as you can be. But also knowing that things rarely go as planned in those sorts of scenarios. I mean, I know that there are some that are like more guided than others, but hello. Good morning, cow. But yeah, I would like to give it a go. And I guess a lot of it will come down to the people. Sometimes it's hard when the book tells you how it should be, but then your players come up with a different approach that seems equally plausible. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you know, like, the story beats enough. Thank you, Mazira. You know, you can give artistic license to it, sort of thing. Tea. Because I guess, you know, there's going to be different solutions to things, but there's there's more things like there was one that Tom Hazel ran for us, and we spent an entire session, like we sort of got to this village to rest, and then he was expecting that the next day we would go off and do the adventure, but instead we spent the entire session just talking to everyone in town. I guess it's sort of stuff like that you have to prepare for when you're thinking like, well, of course they're going to want to go off and actually do stuff. Whereas like, no, we're just going to stay here and chat to everyone. And you're going to have to think up however many NPCs you have to. Morning, owls. I'm doing well, thank you, Mosh. If you seem EP. Go see the boy under the table. Boop, boop. Hello. Oh, is this the fluff I pulled out yesterday? Are you guarding it now? Lest I take any more? Baby boy. So one scenario that's supposed to just cross a big cave room covered in spider webs, but other players had torches and they were like, can we burn the webs? Yeah, I guess stuff like that is just the stuff that you have to sort of decide on the fly and with the dice rolls. Well, depending on the system, again. My players used to just horse around. I let them make up fun side characters. If the session is fun, but if not productive, it doesn't matter to me. Yeah, but I guess like I guess again it does come down to like the system that you're running, because I guess some are more like open to how you want to do things, as long as you're at some point going to certain places. Because that's sort of what Tales from the Loop is like. Like you can just say, like it's one of those ones that's very open to splitting the party, because essentially you're children and at some point you will go home to your parents sort of thing, or wherever your base is. So you will get like your own individual scenes if you want to have them. You get to like just say like, okay, well, I'm going to storm home and slam my door and then have a chat with my mum, and then you get run through that sort of thing, whereas everyone else can be doing all their individual things at the time. Whereas I guess others probably try and like stick together a bit more. My players have 2 speeds: burn through 3 sessions worth of content in a single night, or spend 40 minutes inspecting an unlocked door before opening it. No in between. Yeah, that sounds fair. But yeah, I would like to give it a go at some point. I mean, goodness knows when, because I'm already still in the middle of one thing being run by someone else, so I guess I'll probably wait until that's done, and then can have a look, because I don't want to confuse ideas. So I've got to wait to. But I imagine we've only got like 1 or 2 more sessions with that, so it should be fine. Remember for a Halloween campaign I did a while back, we had our own scenes at one point because we had to fight Freddy Krueger. Oh jeez, you all had your own nightmares. That sounds cool. I think like one of my favorite things about doing something like Tales from the Loop is that because you are just kids, you don't have these like deep lore, massive backstory, blah blah blah. You are just kids that live in the town. And obviously you will all have different backgrounds and stuff, and depending which part of town you want to live in. But it is quite refreshing to feel like, well, I can just do things based on gut instinct at the time, rather than thinking like, oh, but would they do this and would they do this? It's like, yeah, they're a kid, they're just gonna go for it, they're just gonna do this, or yeah, they're a kid, they're gonna run away from this. it's a very like freeing system to have. Final Fantasy has taught me anything. You really are a protagonist if you're not a kid. There's all the other NPCs, kids. But yeah, Final Fantasy 4 has 2 6-year-olds for party members. Oh jeez. You getting mixed up with the Lalafell because they look like babies. DMing a campaign where I run Icewind Dale Rime of the Frost Maiden right now. But yeah, there are so many different systems to choose. So I guess it's just a case of picking one and going for it. Read the book, choose the people, and just dive in, really. I guess I also have to think about whether to wait for like in person or just do it online. Because I think in person is probably more easy to focus for someone like me. Online is too easy to drift, for the mind to drift. Whereas I'll pay more attention if it's in person. It's like last night we went to watch the AEW pay-per-view actually in person. We decided because normally we watch stuff over Discord. We were like, no, we're going to have like a meetup. We're all going to watch it together. And it's like the most I've actually focused on wrestling in a long time, because normally you've got like the tab open, but then you've also got Discord right there, and someone might send you a message and then you're distracted with a link, and it's easy to think, oh yeah, I should just do this quickly and stuff. So it was nice actually having having it to hold attention. I did not have crunchy popcorn, no. No, I was good. I did we did have food, but it wasn't too crunchy. It was fine. Good morning, Duncan. No, Kim watches stuff on the day. Kim is like very good for like not wanting spoilies, just watching stuff as it comes out. Well, maybe not as it comes out, because it does come out in like America time, but yeah, she'd already seen all of it. We've got Fifi just like lurking over there, just peeking at me through the gap. What is it, Fifi? What are you off to do? Where'd she go? Seeing if you could get away with sneaking by. It was very good though, yeah. It was good. And it was, I guess it is just nice to like watch stuff in person. So we might go and watching it live was way more fun. I took a few days off for it. Oh, nice. I mean, we couldn't watch it live because it was Alex had work the next day. It was like last Sunday, wasn't it? Day before my birthday it was. And but yes, we'll watch Wembley live this year, as we won't be able to be there. I've not paid attention to any wrestling. If any new... Oh, Randy Orton. I don't watch WWE for various reasons. But there's some very good wrestlers. There are some very good wrestlers. I watch AEW. That's the good stuff. That's the good stuff. With less questionable morals behind it. Less rotten foundations. But just didn't know there was more than one. Oh, there's loads. There are loads of wrestling promotions. Got like smaller. I guess AEW and WWE are like the two main big ones on TV. Yeah, you do have a lot more. Good morning, Mike. Remember WCW back in the day? Maybe you would have watched Sting. Because he retired. The like pay-per-view we watched was his big retirement one, so it was his final ever match. It was the worst birthday present he could have got me. Morning, Katie. I did see Dungeon Keeper 2 had to come to Steam, but I saw it in a very sad way. There was basically someone was saying that EA sort of shadow dropped 11 games and pushed the game that they'd worked on for 10 years off of the new and upcoming. So I did see it in a not very not very good light. Well, I was like looking through, just like, oh, EA, like, what are you doing? This sucks for indie games. But I was like, oh, Dungeon Keeper 2 though. But as a matter of principle, I didn't get it. But yes, Fatty's only just retired. I know, like, he was just still doing crazy stuff right up until the end. But you never played. I've only played Dungeon Keeper 2. I've still got like my actual like physical PC copy on the shelf. Used to bloom and loved that game. They had put it over on Game Pass a while ago, but it was such a bad port. It was like it was terrible. And they'd clearly just sort of been like, well, we've uploaded the file, that's enough, we don't have to check on it ever at all, like, don't check it works. Oh baby boy. So hopefully the one on Steam, they've actually like done a bit more to care for it. Oh, jeez. Someone has binkies. Hello. What are you up to? You got a lot of energy? Where's she off to? She go. Morning, Megalomaniac. How's it going? Here, I'm gonna duck in here so I can give you... No, don't be scared. I'm just here to give you the good cuddles. I just need to be able to reach you. It's okay. There we go. Good baby. Yeah, I bloomin' love Dungeon Keeper 2. It is a good game. I mean, it's been a long time since I played it. But even like when I did get it on Game Pass, even just like watching the opening animation, like really took me back. I don't think I was ever that good at it, because I guess I was a child when I played it before, and I think I was just having fun with it rather than actually ever really paying attention to what you were meant to be doing. So I don't know if I ever got that far or just did the same couple of levels over and over again. Not sure about the second game, but the first game, each level had an opening narration, which was epic. Yeah, it's all Richard Ridings, isn't it? He has such a good voice. Such a good voice. Hello. What are you thinking, Gerry? Stream yourself playing the game then? I don't know. I worry that would be a very, like... I'm worried. Dungeon Keeper 2, Katie. I worry that those sorts of games with that sort of cult classic following, would that be a nightmare to stream? Would you constantly have the likes of the Undertale folk? I don't know. I don't know if it'd be good. Might just have to be one for offline fun times. That being said, I do have the urge to play XCOM 2 again, which is also a dangerous game to play on stream. I guess I could always give it a go. And people might just enjoy it for the nostalgia rather than the plays. My goodness. It is funny how you do just get certain games that are like just have that sort of like, you know, the people are here. If you get a dragon spawn to level 11, it grows into a dragon. That's my dungeon keeper backseat. I don't think I did do War of the Chosen. No, I don't think I had any DLC. I don't think so. Oh, thank you for the follow. Loved your Warhammer Minecraft builds. Ah! That was such a fun session. It went on for so long, but it was so fun. I think we've got another one. I'm trying to think what the other session of that one would have been, because we always filmed 2 at once. But I can't think of what the theme was, because I think that one went on so long, we did like a really quick speed one afterwards. But I can't think what we did. I need to think of some themes to suggest. But I don't know. There was one we did recently that oh, how can I not give it away? Someone for some reason ended up making a Gerry and a Fifi, and that made me very happy. I didn't have anything to do with it as well. It was very lovely. We did the latest Yogscast Minecraft Gartic. The theme was Warhammer. And it was the same thing that we did with like the Pokemon, where it was like no Googling and no like only half of you actually have any sort of Warhammer knowledge. Because I saw someone in the comments that was like, on this build, why did they do this? And why did they not use this block instead of this block? And why didn't they give it this? And blah, 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 blah. And I was like, because we're not allowed to Google it. And who can remember these things? Who can do such a thing? It did make me giggle. Dream-themed builds. Or just like, you know, teeth falling out. And the other classic dreams. Help! I've got no trousers. But sometimes there was one we did recently where we were actually allowed to. We were allowed to Google it, but I can't think what that was. I think for the first round we were allowed to, and then from then on you're on your own. But yeah. Mudges. I'm trying to think of... See, the problem with suggesting Gartic, like, themes is, because I've not seen the videos that I'm not in, I worry that, what if they did a really cool one and I suggest the same theme and everyone's like, well, actually, we've done that. Like, oh no, fake fan. Well, maybe I'll have to just go through, have a cheeky watch of them. I'd like to do an animals one. Everyone just doing their favourite animals. I feel for poor Mousy in the Gartic builds. It's hilarious and I wouldn't want to change it, but poor Mousy. Yeah, I saw one of them. What was the one? Oh, it's the one that ended with the biblically accurate sips. But I can't think what the theme was that got them to that point. I can't remember how it started, but I did see that one. Good morning, Goo. How did it get? Oh, it was landmarks, wasn't it? Famous landmarks. And it started off as Christ the Redeemer and ended up as Sips. Sips with like 6 eyes. Yes, no, I remember. Stonehenge. Pride Stonehenge. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So many things. And wasn't there a thing when they were saying about the Statue of Liberty? There was an argument about it being green. About it like it shouldn't have been green. But it is green. But yeah. But yes. Good morning, Age. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, oxidized copper, which I think is the block that they used. But you can only use what you've got in the limitations of Minecraft. EP. What would be a good one? I guess if you did do like favorite animals, but then I feel like those are the sorts of things that you want to be like you might just end up with like 3 pandas. So you need something that is open to like interpretation. I'm trying to think which ones we've done that are okay. No, I think the one I was going to mention isn't out yet, so I shall not mention it. Just spawn a bunny, job done. Yeah. I like the one where we did like scenes in movies. That was nice. Because I guess those sorts of ones, you know, you have to like think about and you've not like, what was the one? I swear there's so many times that I've seen, what's his name, Andy Dufresne coming out of a toilet pipe. I swear that keeps happening. But yeah. Anime portrayals. I like the Pokemon ones already and just makes a dog, yeah. I don't really know any Pokemon. So that one was just like I don't know. But it ended up with some really lovely ones. Like, what was he called? Flappy Cake. I loved Flappy Cake. He was good fun to make. He was a good little guy. I think one of the most difficult things about the Minecraft Gartic is either starting too big or too small. It's having some idea of scale. And you don't get that until you get it wrong. And by that point, it's too late. But it is, thank you. It's like we had one recently that I won't spoil, but there were 3 times, I think, where people had to break into someone else's room because they had started too big. So they had to just be like, can I borrow some of your space? You had to shimmy the walls around a bit. Dear oh dear. Like I had Kirsty stole a bit of my room, but luckily I had a really simple build and I was just sort of done, so I could help her. When they build taller than the rooms, yeah, and suddenly you just look up and you've just got this face like peeking over. Dear oh dear. What are you thinking, Gerry boy? What's going on? Oh, yeah, I had a really annoying thing yesterday. Oh, he gone. He gone poop? He might be going to poop. Basically, I missed a parcel from DPD, and they were like, "We've delivered it to your local DPD drop-off point." And I was like, "That's handy. That's our local shop, and I need to go to our local shop anyway." But it turns out, when I went to go and collect it, it turns out, they'd actually delivered it to one that's 35 minutes uphill walk away. I was like, that is not my local one. That's really inconvenient. So, that'll be my fun job to do. You have all of these teeny tiny bits here, Fifi. If I put them to the side for you. There you go. There you go. It was the end of the bag, so that it's got all the all the tiny bits. She doesn't mind. She's good at cleaning up. She's like me. She'll lick the crumbs. I think there's a bit under. There's one there. There's one there. There's a bit underneath you as well, Fifi. Back here. Back here. There it is. There it is. There you go. Well done. Oh, baby girl. We had a DPD send a package back to the depot because a road near work was closed. Not the road we're on. Police can't be asked to drive around. Yeah. Yeah, true. But it was just, I was just so frustrated because I was like, I literally went to the place and they were scanning the thing and they were like, it says this one isn't at this particular branch. And I was like, oh no. Oh no, I'm going to have to go so far away. But I don't know when I'm actually going to have time to go and pick it up, to be honest. So, last night, Pastor woke up in a panic because he thought it was the next day, but instead of saying next day, he said sexy day, and I think that's really funny. Oh no. Your princess is in another co-op, yeah. Buns. Buns. Sorry, Fifi, I just really wanted to get that one. I'll leave you be now. I'll leave you be. So this Banui stream is the last Banui stream until Friday because I'm recording tomorrow morning. My mum was asking if rabbit can go potty. Yeah, they can be litter trained. They're very easy to litter train because they're just creatures of habit. Yeah, recording on Wednesday, and then we've got a vet appointment on Thursday morning. So it'll be Friday Bunnies next, which is bad because Thursday is Gerry's birthday. Bunnies are as easy to litter train as cats. Yeah, they're basically creatures of habit. So like once they go in the right place, they're pretty much just carry on going there. They are very, very simple to train. You always talk about walking and taking the bus. Do you have a bicycle? I do not. No. No. I mean, technically I do, but it lives in Hertfordshire. And I use it when I'm back home, but I don't have a Bristol one, no. But the buses can be pretty good in Bristol, to be fair. They sort of go on hold. Does Bristol have a good bicycle infrastructure? No. It is a terrifying place to be on a bicycle. I guess some parts are better than others. They have parts where it's like they have cycle lanes on one side of the road. Goodness knows how you're meant to get back down the other side, but you can go one way, and stuff like that, and parts where they've basically just like split the pavement in two instead of, making space for one. So it's yeah, it's not great. It's quite a terrifying place to be on a bike. In town, they have started putting some cycle paths like across like the harbour side and stuff, but yeah, even so, I don't think people realise that that's what they actually are, because so many people just walk out in front of them anyway. But yeah, it's not. There are like it's a fun place to cycle out of. There's like the Bristol to Bath cycle path, and once you're out of Bristol, that can be nice to do, but because you go through some nice places like Warmley and stuff like that, but yeah, it's not really the most bike friendly city. Used to walk part of that path on my way to work. The first time I did it, it still had the massive diversion, so you had to go off of the path and go to you had to like go through this whole like city area, and it was really terrifying. So it is nice now that they don't have the diversion anymore, and you can just go along the path. But yeah, it's been years since I last rode my bike, but I did love going on really long rides. Yeah, it used to be nice, like when you do go through that. I mean, to be fair, I've only like made it to Bath on that once, because most of the time we would get to Warmley Waiting Room, which is this little cafe which it used to be a train station, and we would stop for like a cup of tea and a sandwich or something, and then we'd be like, should we go back? Yeah, let's go back. So it's only been that once that we've actually gone the whole way to Bath, but yeah, it is a nice one, but not enough to. I mean, there's like a bike rental place right at the beginning of the path, so there's not really any need to have a bike, because we wouldn't have anywhere to store one, to be honest. So yeah, because Alex did consider. I mean, when I worked at the vet, they had one of those like employee buy a bike schemes where you get a bit of money off of buying one. And so I did consider it and having Alex use it and cycle to work, but it just never really would have worked out. The only time I've ridden on a bike lane on the road was on it 80 kilometer per hour main road. It was terrifying. Yeah, I can imagine. There's some roads around here that I'm always like, I'm just gonna go on the pavement because this is terrifying. On the couple of times that we have been out for cycles since we moved. Morning, Lifelike. How are you doing? Last time I rode a bike, I fell into a bush. Oh, jeez. Oh, dear. But I guess if we lived, I mean, it's just so much more convenient to either walk or get the bus. Although, having said that, I I walked to Trots last night, and it was light when I set off, but it was getting dark, and by the time I got to this particular place, which I obviously won't say, not to dox either of us, but there's a particular place that it's quicker if you go through this sort of like wooded underpass. And I was like, it's dark at night and I am on my own. I'm going to brave it though, and I'll just go through. And when I looked down the pathway, there was like just a man stood there on his own. And when he looked up, he sort of jumped to the side. And I was like, I don't want to go down there anymore. I don't want to go down there on my own. So I sort of stood for a bit in the like lamppost light by someone's house, just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And then eventually another man came along and he went down the path. So I literally just like rode in his tailwinds behind him. And I was thinking, this guy's probably thinking like, oh my God, there's a strange woman following me. She's right behind me. What's she going to do? But we both made it through. But yeah, it was a spooky walk. But I had to message and be like, sorry, I'm running a bit late. There's a man. And that's enough to scare me. But I made it through. Would have been sad if you said only one of you made it. Yeah, I threw that guy in front of the other man and was just like, keep him. Let me go. But yeah, the reason it made me think of it is because there was a guy that went down there on his bike, and I was like, oh, could I have just gone through really quickly, been out the other side? Would that have been fine? But yeah, it was like I guess it's about a 50-minute walk or so, maybe a bit more, nearer to an hour, but it took me longer because of there being a man. And that's spoopy. Gotta start taking the bus soon. Not looking forward to it because public transport here isn't great. Yeah, it's one of those things like in Bristol. It's great when it's running, but there's so many times when it's just a law unto itself. And then, they've gone and done the worst thing. They've gone and changed the bus app. They've updated it. So all of a sudden it's really difficult to use. And I'm like, why? Why did you do this? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just leave it be. So now I don't understand how to get the bus anymore. I refuse to update it. That's what I should have done. I should have just kept it how it was because it was so much better. Don't do it. Don't give in. Don't let them change you. Because now I genuinely just don't know when the bus is coming. Because it's just really unhelpful. So yeah. Stay strong. But I guess I have to... Oh, geez. When am I next going to have to get the bus? Well, see, this is the annoying thing. Like, they've sort of forced people to use the bus app because I'm very much the same. Like, if I could just get on the bus and pay with my card and be on my way and know that the timetable was right, I would happily do that. But they've now like taken away a lot of the literally the timetable in my bus app, in my actual bus stop, just says like, check the app, check the timetable, and you're like, okay, this isn't helpful. And a lot of the time, if you go to the bus stop, it will say like oh, the next bus is in 40 minutes. But if you check the app, there's one like 2 minutes away. So you're sort of forced to use the app. They put up digital signs here at the bus stops. Yeah, we don't have that. We've just got use the app, you fool. And all of the like tickets are done on the app as well. So yeah, you're just sort of forced to use it. And it was good back when it did its thing and actually worked, but now not so much. Not so much. But yeah, I guess I can see that it is good because like there are times when if I did just turn up to the bus stop, I would assume, okay, well, I've missed the bus. Whereas on the app, I can see like, oh, no, it's just delayed. It is going to be here in 3 minutes. So just hold strong sort of thing. But I guess it depends on like what sort of bus you're getting because if you're getting a bus that's like every 10 minutes, I guess that's fine because you know there's going to be one along soon. Whereas my bus is like sometimes once every hour. So if you're going to miss it and have to possibly wait another hour, you'd rather just check the app and know so you can walk instead. But yeah. My main bus runs every 15 minutes. Yeah, see, stuff like that, that's like, you don't have to worry too much. Whereas, like, if one is, you know, there's one cancelled and stuff, it's nice to know that you don't just have to wait there for an hour. So it's moving, I'm near one of the metro bus signs, and those are pretty reliable. Oh, nice. That's nice. It used to be a lot, like when we were in Totterdown and we were getting, like I would always get the number 2 bus. That was a good bus. That would run fairly regularly and pretty much always on time. But yeah, since moving out of Totterdown, not so much. Since moving out into the sticks. out too far for the buses to mind. It's like when I used to get the bus to the vets for work from here, and then I used to get the same bus every day, and then randomly they were like, we're rerouting the bus now. It doesn't go to your work anymore. It goes halfway and then it turns around, and all of a sudden it was like, oh, okay. Thank you. So I had to like change and hope that the second bus would turn up on time, and oh my gosh, it was a bit of a nightmare. Luckily, I didn't have to do it for very long because that was like right before I ended up leaving anyway. But yeah, it wasn't fun whilst it happened. I grew up in a village with no bus and one train an hour. Yeah, it's like I don't think Bristol ever had trams. No, there's no tram lines anywhere. They do want to, like, there's plans of having, like, a Bristol Underground, which seems weird. Having, like, a tube system. But, yeah, hopefully that won't happen. But there's a place, Castle Combe, where the buses are every 5 hours. So if you, when we went there for a day out, we were like, we very much have to get back here for this time because otherwise that's the last bus home and we'll just be stranded here overnight. So yeah, the last time we went there, thankfully we went with friends who drove there, so that took the pressure off a little bit more. That took the pressure off, like, just to not have to worry about making it back in time for the final bus of the day. Makes sense. You have the morning bus and the evening bus. Yeah, it's pretty much that. It's like, people want to go there in the morning and they want to come home in the evening, and there's no point running buses in between them. And that's like the weekday service. I dread to think what it like. Maybe it's better on the weekends, but as it is more of a touristy place. But yeah, dear oh dear. It's like there's I'm going to, oh no, I'm stuck under the table. I'm going to my friend's wedding in May, and we've just found out that the trains aren't running that weekend, so we've got to work out how to get back. How to get back afterwards. So I might just end up stranded there for a bit. Hello. What have you been doing all this time? You're very cozy for a Fifi. So yeah, hopefully we'll make it back. And not have to get, what was it, like 7 hours on the coach to get home. Oh, Fifi. She is a cozy baby. Gerry's having a poop. Well, I guess it is time for me to head off. My tummy is rumbling already, and it's only 11. Blimey. Blimey, Fifi. Hmm? Should we go to G? Not rated G in a while. But I will be back in a few hours to do fossils. So I'm going to try and set that up in a nice way. Hopefully it'll be okay. I can't really decide how's best to set it up, so it might just be a bit of trial and error. But yes, we shall see. Hello. If I can see a bit of fossils. Well, oh, I see what you mean. Actually catching the stream. I was gonna say there's a fossil, like loads of fossils right in the top of the block, so you'll definitely see some, but no, I see what you mean. Real fossil fun. Well, not really real. One of those children's kits that I got for Christmas. Not Christmas. The other one, my birthday. Fifi, don't go too far over there, because I don't want to show Gerry pooping. There we go. But yes, until then, I will. Oh no, Fifi the pooping. Fifi the pooping. No, they are real, but they're obviously in a unreal situation. They've been placed not in their natural habitat. They've oh, there you go. Well, everyone, I will speak to you all soon. Take care, everyone. Have a good time until then. I'll see some of you later. Bye-bye for... Oh, we've left. Oh, good. Bye-bye. A boop.